Happy Friday, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer, and welcome to my channel, Bourbon Wife and Life. Why that name? Well, I like bourbon. My husband introduced me to bourbon, so I'm his bourbon wife, maybe. And my life is my life. But today's video is going to be in my playlist, and it's Letters from Vietnam. And why is this? Why is this important? Well, part of this YouTube channel is to share the history that I received from my father, who was in Vietnam. And if you go back to watch some of my first videos in this playlist, you will find out that we didn't even know we had these letters. My grandma hid them from everybody in a saltine tin, and we didn't find these letters until probably 10 years ago. And these letters are documented. My dad wrote to my grandma almost every week, maybe once a month, depends on what he was doing. He was drafted though, and this is his story. This isn't from a history book, and I always point that out. This is not like, when I'm reading these letters, like, I have a hard time reading them because, you know, my dad was drafted. He left home at 10th grade and went to the city and lived with his aunt and uncle and got drafted there. So he never formally finished high school. He did get his GED later. But sometimes I have a hard time reading the letters for the handwriting perspective. But, you know, hit the subscribe button and follow me on this journey, because it's not just 5 letters. It's not 6. I have two big binders, like binders of letters. And it's almost a whole entire year of my dad's journey through basic training, through AIT, to Vietnam, and months in Vietnam before he was injured. So hit subscribe, follow this journey. And most of these videos are shorts because right now his letters are short. So some days I cover 1 and some days I cover 2. But today these letters are short, and I'm pretty sure we're ending in that basic training. But if you know somebody that's been at Vietnam, or, you know, has a story to tell, you know, let me know too. And I did get my dad's permission to share his story. I think it's a whole different perspective on that time period. Most of what we know from Vietnam is through history channels and talking, you know, because a lot of people don't like talking about it because the way they were treated when they came back. It's very hard for them to talk about it. And I can say that's for my dad also. But this is his story. These are his words. I'm not going to mince words when the times come. It was a hard journey. So welcome to my channel. So this is Letters from Vietnam playlist. You can hop open to bourbon tasting playlist and watch me like sample bourbons and all that cool stuff. And again, I'm a new bourbon drinker, so I think it's fun to taste everything, and I kind of share those experiences in another playlist. And then, you know, I've been married 27 years, and my husband and I, we like to have fun. We like to get out there and travel. So I'm going to be posting, you know, videos of our travel experiences and stuff like that. But for right now, we're going to concentrate on this letter. And this is, I do have the envelope from that. And the postmark on this is May 28th, 1969. And my dad was drafted in the Army, so he is currently in his letter stationed at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And that he is from Southern Missouri. So from where he was raised to Fort Leonard Wood, 2 to 3 hour drive time right there. And so here we are. The letter is actually dated May 27th, 1969. And he writes, "Dear Mom and all, how are yous? Fine, I hope. I am just fine at this time. I was sick Monday, but I feel better, so I think I'll make it. Don't you? Mom, I can't think of anything to write about. I guess it is because I am sleepy and tired. Mom, I am just a little worried about Thursday morning. We will have our, I think this says, record fire, maybe? I'm not sure. I know the second word is definitely fire. And I just hope, and this is the good time where I try to decipher my dad's letters and words. So you can decipher with me as I read it. And I just hope, I think you forgot the word I, make it. Sunday is our last day practice. We will get off Friday and Sunday and work all day and half the night. So again, good times. So let's put all that sentence together. We will get off Friday and Sunday and work all day and half the night. So I don't know if we will get posts privately. I spelled that wrong. I know. Mom, this letter is short, so I guess I had better go to bed before not sure what this word is, get mad at me. So I am going to close for this time. So bye for now. Love always, Bobby Warren Blam. And you can see his signature and everything on the stationery up here. So this next letter doesn't have a date on it, but because the letter I just wrote is kind of, I think those were his, the final week or so of basic training. This letter, I think, either was with this one or was sent not too far after the one I just got in reading. But it says, Dear Mom and all, how are yuns? Fine, I hope. And I hope you made it back okay. So I think my grandma and grandpa, I don't know if all of his brothers and sisters, he's got 7 brothers and sisters. I think they came up to watch him graduate basic training. I just don't know how, all the family members that made it. So the second letter we're reviewing today, it's a shorter one too. And again, my dad just graduated, I think, basic training in this one. So it says, Dear Mom and all, how are yuns? Fine, I hope. I hope yuns made it back okay. If I remember right, I think my grandma and grandpa went up to see him graduate basic training. I don't know if his brothers and sisters went. He does have 7 of them, so I'm unsure if his siblings got to go see him graduate before he went to AIT. Well, Mom, I am okay right now. I am a little sick because I got my orders to where I am going for AIT. And Mom, you know I am having to go to Washington at Fort Lewis Infantry. And I am going to leave the 27th right after graduation. And I am sick too. Mom, if you can, find David Pyle's address. Well, Mom, tell everybody I said hi and bye. Mom, it will be a while before I will get to see home. Well, Mom, I guess I will close for now. So bye. Love always, Bobby W. Blaine. So I hope you follow this journey with me. These letters do get very hard to read the further in I go. I've only read them all once. They're pretty hard to read. Some of them are. Some of the stuff I talk about is actually personal, like interviews from my dad from before, when I've written papers on this this part of his life. So follow me. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know some of these letters are a little hard to read, so I do the best I can. And if you've had a parent and you have letters from them and you are trying to read, sometimes that's really hard to do because, like, these are in cursive, okay? And nothing's capitalized. There's not a lot of punctuation, and I'm not even making fun of my dad. But the way, I was taught to read and write is a lot different. And again, remember, a lot of the soldiers that got drafted, didn't finish high school, or that was just a different time. So please follow this journey. Thank you for joining me today. I try to post at least once a week, if not every other week. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I look forward to seeing you guys, and have a Merry Christmas.